Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Here I got a Diamondback Outlook frame that I got this whole bike. When I bought another bike, I was kind of forced to take it. I stripped it for parts, and it used to look like this. Um, and I decided, you know what, I think I might take this bike and put it back together. I did strip the paint off, and we're gonna give it a nice little rattle can. Um, spray job, nothing too special. Coat of cream and then a coat of clear. As you'll notice, I think a lot of you guys were concerned about my health, and yeah, I did finally get a little bit better mask for painting. But anyways, got a nice paint job on it. That and the forks. Didn't show a picture or video of that, but did spray the forks too, and got it in the shop. I did lose some parts, so I had to get a new seat post. That's a weird size, but a new steel seat post, a new seat post clamp that I lost too, and I guess, or maybe I used them for something else. I'm not sure, but I did have this pretty cool seat that I bought that was new. Look at that, pretty cool. And here I had lost the headset. I don't know what I did with that, so this is a brand new headset. Just nothing special. Just your regular. I think this is a 1-inch headset with the ball bearings in it and so forth. So this headset press, while it looks kind of cool, is a little clumsy. Kind of wish I had something a little better, but it does the job. So put a little grease in there. Love my little grease gun. Anything you see that I'm working with in my videos, whether it's be tools, well, most of the tools and some of the parts and so forth, I will have links in the video description below, where you can click on the link and go get those parts, from Amazon or wherever I've got them linked to. But it also does help the channel. It doesn't cost you any more to use the links and to buy parts. I do have a tool coming up soon here that definitely you guys are going to want to go get if you're doing this on a regular basis. And so I put a little grease in the threads. I got a nice used bottom bracket, I don't know, in the parts bin. But this tool right here is epic. I absolutely despise trying to get these bottom brackets out sometimes with my old tools. And this is the very first time I'm using it. And you screw this screw in all the way in till it stops. And then what it does is it holds everything parallel, and it's got a ball bearing inside with a detent, and so you can see it snaps shut, and then it pops open, and then it rotates, and then it snaps shut, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I'm going to do another video on this one. I'll put a link to this in the description below. If you do this on a regular basis, I highly, highly recommend you buy this tool. It's got a nice long handle, rubber grip on it, and it works amazing. I'm so excited because before it was no fun taking those things out. So another thing, putting a little grease on the spindles. And we're going to torque this thing down to let me guys know in the description. Do you guys put grease on the spindles on these things or not? I've been hearing two different stories. One says don't. Some people say don't. Some people say do. For the most part, obviously the grease makes sure it doesn't seize on there, but also without grease it seems to hold better. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So I am using a torque wrench on this. So so it's to the proper tension. Put this this old Deerhead Shimano rear derailleur, which I will let you know how it didn't work later on. But I was trying to keep this whole bike with a limited amount of black components on it, just cream and brown and silver. And so I was trying to find a cool looking derailleur, and that's why that one was, I picked that one to use. It didn't work out, but stick with me here in a minute and I'll show you why. These brakes I bought from Amazon. They're just real cheap ones, cheap V-brakes. They seem to do the trick. The pads grip really well, but the levers, I'll show you those in a minute. One good thing to do is when you do put brakes on, it's good to put a little grease on the posts, help things keep moving. And yeah, these are not the most expensive brakes, but they seem to work pretty good. Got a nice older aluminum quill stem that I had in the parts bin, along with some cool old steel chrome handlebars, which are kind of cruiser bars. You'll see those in a little bit. Didn't get really tight here. I straightened it out a little bit later. No wheel magic today. So these are old aluminum wheels with freewheel compatible, that I cleaned up, did grease the hubs and so forth, and stuck some nice Duro brown and cream tires on it. Kind of spared the detail on that, but nothing special on those, just nice, solid, robust wheels. And that is a 6-speed cassette that I got brand new. I had some other ones, but they didn't look very good. I wanted a nice new chrome appearance to it. As you've seen some of my other builds, I'm very particular about colors and the way different finishes go together. So that's why I guess I'm just a little anal that way. So obviously, new brakes, you got to get the pads adjusted just in the right spot. I won't bore you with too many. I just kind of showed you basically one. Obviously, I went around and did all four. These brake levers are garbage. I put them on there. When I tightened them up after I stuck the grips on, they literally fell apart. So, although I'm showing you me putting them on here along with the grips with some high quality, just kidding, hairspray, just some chunky hairspray is what I use. When it gets when it gets dried up, it acts like an adhesive. And those are your pretty standard old fake leather grips. And then I'll stick the other one on. And then cable management. Does anybody like doing cables as much as I do? I really don't like doing cables, but it's part of the job. It's part of the business. As you can tell, I got some Tektro brake levers on there now. Much better. Those are from the parts bin. So I replaced those old crappy levers. And then this is for the rear brake. Rear brake on a girl's bike is not so straightforward. You've got this kind of a S-curve configuration. So you just got to keep the sweeps a little gentle as it goes so the cable moves nice and all is good. All right, this was a single speed chain ring or crankset I bought, but obviously I have a 6-speed. These are too thick, so the chain doesn't fit down in it. Luckily, I have this extra chain ring that is silver and has the same bolt pattern. It's just a little different. I think this was a 44. Now this is a, I don't even know, a little less. So if you couldn't understand my rambling, single speed chains are wider than chains that shift, I guess. I mean, they're all different widths, but for the most part, these front chain rings for a single speed can't, they're too fat for the chain to fit on, so I had to switch that chain ring out to a narrower chain ring. Then of course we'll pop the pedals on. And of course, very good videography here, me showing you the details of putting a pedal on off screen. All right, another thing that did not turn out really well is this rear derailleur. The spring is supposed to be pulling it back this way, but it wants to stay out here. The spring is not strong. Also, it's super wiggly side to side, and it won't shift. It just doesn't want to get. Yeah, it kind of shifts. Yeah, it jumps gears. Doesn't shift. Double shift. Does all sorts of weird things. So I am going to exchange that one for this Shimano. This one's very sturdy, very solid, very heavy duty. So I'll just change that out real quick. And there we go. Got the derailleur all swapped out, and yes, lo and behold, it shifts much better. That's much more better. Then along with the rear rack and the kickstand, which I didn't video, I did also have to get a basket for this. What's a proper Café Cruiser without a basket and a rack and a kickstand? cold. And I need to try to look cool riding this bike. All right, there it is, all done. Diamondback Outlook. Was a girls mountain bike, now it's a Café Cruiser. What I like about doing these bike builds, is that I can take what you saw was a blue frame that I was about to throw away, and in my mind, I can picture what I want, and I can go through the process, finding the parts, making sure everything matches, making sure everything functions and that it's comfortable. And this process is a creative process that is extremely relaxing and comforting for me. I really enjoy doing this. I hope you guys can experience this too. You really can't do this wrong. Maybe mechanically you can mess some things up, but the choices you make on what a bike's going to look like and how it's going to turn out is completely up to you. That's why they call them custom bikes. And you can do it, and if you don't like it, you can change it, and you can change it again. But generally speaking, it's really fun to be able to take something from nothing and make it into something. So anyways, I hope you guys like this build, and make sure you stay tuned for the next build. I've got a couple bike checks coming up, and the holidays are coming up, so I may not have a build for a little while. But make sure you like and subscribe if you've never been here before. Also, you can go binge watch all the rest of my videos. There's probably something out there for everyone. I do a little bit of everything. So anyways, thanks everyone, and we'll see you in the next build.